So ADA's been having a good day, like we talked about, up about 3% on its daily candle, just following along with the green of the overall crypto market. But I don't know if anybody can feel this, but things are different in terms of ADA. They're different than they were in the bear market cycle. They're different than they were during the consolidation during last summer. And the reason why is ADA's looked at in a very different light. And there are a couple pieces of news that came out over the last 24 hours that are big for future adoption when it comes to ADA, make it easier for it to gain a major foothold in this crypto market. We're going to talk about that in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So we're getting very close to this daily candle close for ADA. We're up about 3%. Most assets in the space, 3, 4, 5%. Some of the smaller caps, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. I mean, I love to see green throughout the crypto market nonetheless. Wow, Ty's not having a great day, and I own some Ties, so that sucks. But what we are seeing again is a little spark of confidence, and that's what we like to see. Now, again, it's a question of, do we have enough to maintain as the week goes on? We've talked about what's happening tomorrow, Thursday. We know there's jobs report on Friday. So there's a lot of things that could shake up the market or accelerate it. And we'll have to be patient and wait and watch and see how this plays out. We know BTC right now still pushing a breakout. These are all really good things. The charts are looking very good. That's what you need to know. Now, what is really big for ADA long term is the type of interest it is getting. We've obviously talked about in other videos the interest from governments in terms of utilizing the Cardano blockchain, the interest from enterprises doing the same thing. But really where things have been kind of quiet for a lot of ADA's life cycle, but they've been starting to get louder, is institutional money. And what we actually had today was the second official filing for an ADA included ETF here in the US. So this was actually filed for by Grayscale. And guys, this is not an April Fool's joke, okay? So they have filed for a digital large cap fund ETF with the SEC, and ADA is included with this. For those that aren't familiar with this digital large cap fund that Grayscale has, it does include ADA. It's a small portion of it. It's like 1.14%. It's very heavily weighted to the BTC and Ethereum side. You guys can see BTC is 79%, Ethereum is 10%, XRP 5.7%, Sol 2.8%, and ADA bringing up the rear at 1.14%. But what I find very interesting about this is ADA is gaining ground in a lot of these funds, and Grayscale is really pushing the ETF adoption. Okay. So for example, we look at the Grayscale Smart Contract Fund. If you guys remember, this was actually the fund that ADA was removed from earlier in 2024, but then later in 2024 was that later in 2024? It was either in 2024 or 2025, but it was added back to it and in a much bigger way than it existed prior to that. Right now, the current weight of ADA in this smart contract fund is actually 21.19%, coming in just behind Solana and Ethereum. So yes, ADA is being looked at in a very different light than it was last summer, than it was in the bear market cycle. And there's a lot of things that are helping with this. Another thing that happened over the last 24 hours is we did in fact see the futures for ADA go live on Coinbase. And again, this is talked about as something that can, help bring adoption and help create further price stability, right? The larger that ADA gets, the higher that price gets, the more stable price can get. And that's just an element of time. It takes time to get there, right? And this is talked about as something that can accelerate ADA towards $1.50. All right. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. What I think is kind of interesting about this is when ADA does accelerate towards $1.50, there's not really much stopping it until somewhere around $2 or so. There's very thin liquidity up in these ranges. And, what I will say is this, is if you guys haven't noticed around the space, I try to pay attention to as many different, chains. I read through tons of news every single day to see, what chains, what other coins have what stuff going on. ADA seems to be the coin that is the loudest right now. It's the one that has the most pronounced narrative, the one that is in some of the largest discussions in the space. And I think that is a very big deal, because if you can continue to stay loud, if you can continue to have that type of optics into times where the market is more conducive to pumps, where it's more conducive to adoption taking place, you win. All right. I think a lot of people are forgetting that. They're complaining about price and they're looking at things right now and saying, "Oh yeah, we were at $1.30. We're never going to get past $1." But you need to understand where the market's at, right? We're still at a time where we're doing that retest on the total market cap of crypto. USDT dominance is still very high, but that will change. All right. This doesn't just continue to rise forever. We're getting into the spot now where what you're stuck with is people who have major conviction that are unwilling to dump their bags at these prices. Guys, I'm unwilling to dump my bags at these prices. These are cheap prices, especially for the advancements that have been made within the Cardano ecosystem. You know, guys, we hit $3 last market cycle by just getting smart contracts. Where the hell are we now? A lot further along in that timeline, right? And we're starting to rival some of these other chains that have billions of dollars in TVL, that have, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of daily active users. And these are the things that, yes, I believe will shift to Cardano once people start to realize what's actually taking place. Once you start to see, this further interoperability that the Cardano ecosystem has on full display. It's all going to start happening very quickly. And I don't know exactly when it's going to be, guys. We could be talking within the next month. We could be talking sometime in the summer. We could be talking in the fall. But things will begin to accelerate very quickly. And Cardano will be in even bigger conversations than it is right now. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. But have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.